Midnight Muses back here again, and again, it's been a while since I've been shooting. I've been really bad this summer with shooting on any kind of a schedule. I'm sorry for that. Nothing I can say. It's just, I've been busy. I've been struggling a lot trying to find a job, and then there's also my birthday, and then as you know, trying to plan my wedding. There's been a lot going on, and as much as I enjoy filming, it really has kind of fallen down to the bottom of my priority list, which is really frustrating because this is like my me time. I do really enjoy this, and so I'm, as usual, gonna try and get myself back into it a little bit more because I really enjoy this. This is like a little bit of time that I take out of, you know, my day for myself to film and to edit. I'm just gonna do my eye makeup first. I will actually try and list things below. I know I haven't done that in absolutely ages. But that's usually because I have such a hard time with filming, and well, not with filming part's fine, but with the editing process, that by the time I get through that and I can post onto YouTube, I don't even remember half the things that I used on my face, and I don't have them like written down or anything because I kind of just go after what I feel like using in the moment. I think today I'm going to use mostly my Dream Street palette just because it has a lot of those like tealy kind of colors in there, and I'm wearing like a tealy colored shirt. I'm going out later, but I'm wearing gray and black, so it really doesn't matter what colors I wear for that. And I actually washed all of my brushes before a video for once. Usually for some reason I'll like wash them right after I shoot a video, but you know, they're all clean today, so that's good. Anyway, so yeah, so it has been a bit of a while since I've been here. I also have a mirror right there, so if you see me looking straight ahead or off camera, I guess that's what I'm looking at, just so I can make sure that my blend is how I want it to be. But yeah, so I just had my birthday. My birthday was on Monday, but well, as the one video that I posted last week with Sean, anyone watching me will know that I started celebrating from then. I had my actual like birthday like party that I do every year. We're just kind of like an open house where everyone that can make it just comes and chills out at the house. We usually do a barbecue and have some wine, and it's just a whole like fun get together kind of thing, which is my favorite thing. I always tell people, like, I don't care for gifts or anything like that. For me, my favorite gift from anybody is always their time. Just come and hang out with me. Give me the gift of your time, and I'm happy. Though I will say I did get some really nice gifts, but I still stand by that. That's always my favorite thing, and always will be my favorite thing, because that's just the kind of person that I am. Just gonna deepen that crease a little bit. I've gone back to doing my eye makeup first. For a long time, I'd gone back to doing my face and then my eye makeup, but you know, you do a colorful look, it ends up all over your face. You can only fix it so far, and you start looking real tired real fast. So back to doing the eye makeup first, especially if I'm using darker or brighter colors. Like we did our engagement photos on Tuesday, and I did a really deep plum smoky eye, which was great. And I know probably a lot of people wouldn't think to do that for their engagement photos, but I mean, I am a makeup-y person, and my theme for my wedding is kind of a like, it is like woodland fairy, but like with a gothic kind of horror movie twist to it. So when we did our engagement photos, we were wearing purples and plums. I have a really beautiful black and deep purple velvet Night Before Christmas dress that Sean got me early into our relationship. So I wore that, and he wore a dark maroon kind of plummy dress shirt. So it worked out very nicely, and I think the pictures are beautiful. I've only obviously seen the rough cuts because we just did them, but they were really nice, and I can't wait to see what they end up looking like. I know it's gonna be great, so that's good. This is not the brush that I really want to be using to be doing this, but that's okay. Anyways, so yeah, just here doing another smoky look. But but still job hunting, not having the best time, as I said, but going into some different tactics. I had a talk with, because I have people helping me right now. I never say who and where from, just for privacy purposes, and I actually already like let them know that yes, I'll be talking about what I'm doing with you guys, but I won't be mentioning names or the services that I use. Just, keep things private, whatnot, just because you never know who's okay with being online and who isn't. But the two people that are helping me are really, really lovely and have been really good at kind of giving me ideas and pushing me. Actually, it was really interesting. One of them, actually I think both of them, said, that the one thing they've noticed is that, I look for jobs that are below my education and below what my pay grade should be having an education. And, I've had to learn that, that's to do with my confidence in myself and something that I definitely need to work on. So I'm in the process of really trying to build up my own sense of self-worth, because it's weird. It's like, I know that I don't know if I go as far as saying good, but I'm a decent artist. I really enjoy the paintings that I come up with, and the makeup that I do, and the clothes that I make, and all the different things that I do. I really, really enjoy it, and I do think that I do a good job at it. It's just, I don't know, when it comes to putting a dollar amount on things like my art, I really struggle. Also, I'm using for me it's new, it's the Tatcha, is it gonna focus? There we go. Yeah. The silk canvas. Jesus Christ. I was really hoping that the people on YouTube and Instagram and everywhere that talk about this, that they were not that serious, that it really wasn't that good. It really is that good. But I went for my birthday present at Sephora, and they had a bunch of Tatcha stuff for points. This wasn't, but this is the mini, so I didn't spend too much on this, and honestly, with how little of it you use, I am really, really happy that I didn't blow my budget and get the full size, because this is gonna last like a year, because I've used this every day since I got it, and I got it not this past Monday, but the following Monday, and if I don't know if, yeah, you can see it's like barely used. So it's gonna last forever. And I've even got taken to using it when I'm not wearing makeup, because it just makes your skin look perfect. But anyways, that's not what I was talking about. I was talking about how do you put a price on yourself, essentially. And I do really, really struggle with that, because I don't know how to do that. To me, that's so strange, the idea of being like, okay, well, you've made this painting, it's beautiful, somebody wants to buy it for you, how much do you charge? And I was like, well, I don't know, I mean, it took me so many hours, and I think the thing with art, makeup is a little bit easier for me to price, because makeup itself is so expensive, and not just that art supplies aren't, but they don't always have to be, and I've been lucky that a lot of time I've managed to get things on really good sales, and a lot of my paints, honestly, I get from Walmart and stuff, just because I can't afford it. Or the other thing that I do is I have big tubs of primary colored paint, and then a whole bunch of black and white, which I tend to use the absolute most. But as long as you know color theory, really and truly, you don't have to have minute shades of colors, because you can make them all. As long as you have your 3 primaries and your black and white, you can make anything you want. Oh, and then the other thing I have is I always have the metallics on me, because I love to throw in bits of metallics into the work that I do. But still, it really, it's incredible how much money you save when all you're working with is primary colors and your black and whites, because you really can. You can do everything with that. And I don't know, it's just, I don't know how to price it, because it's okay, realistically, cost to make this was $10. But then people are saying that they want to give me, $60 and $70 for it, but it's I feel weird with that much of an upsell, and I know that that's normal and that's natural, but I feel weird doing that. So I need to essentially get over myself and stop giving away art. Well, not get over myself, I guess, find myself, but stop giving away art for free. as much as I do, because that's all I do. Like, my thing is I can't afford to really get gifts for people, so I just make them a painting that makes me think of them, and I give that as art. And then I have a bunch of other ones, but all the other ones, I don't sell them. I just put them all over my house. I want to sell them, and then I never do. I keep them. I put them everywhere. Like my Nightmare Before Christmas paintings that I've done. I love those so much. And I was making those too. Oh my gosh, this powder drives me nuts. This is the Collab powder. I actually really love it. I know a lot of people don't. I've heard many, many mixed reviews on it. I would definitely hate this in the wintertime, but in the summertime, it's like magic. It's so sheer, so I don't get any color from it, which is what I want, because in the color, my skin tone changes literally like every week. But it's super, super matte and very finely milled, and it makes my skin just stay matte for a much longer time, and it makes it so that, you know, I can still go nuts with my highlighter and stuff, but I look glowy and not greasy, whereas because all my oily skin is back, so I know that if I didn't do that, essentially I would look really greasy really quickly. So I actually really, really like that powder. It was pretty fairly priced. It wasn't super cheap, but it wasn't very expensive. The Collab stuff is more expensive than the stuff that used to be. Well, not used to be. They still have it at Sally's. They still have it at my Sally's. But the Collab stuff is more expensive than their other stuff, but it does work better. I blame Tati for that. Anyways, what's going on? Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out how to price art. Also, I haven't read in a couple of weeks. I've been at the end of a book, and I'm finally ready to finish it. But now that I'm ready to finish it, it's like I feel like there's constant things to do. I'm so just busy all the time, and you know, for someone who isn't working, you know, 9 to 5, it feels weird talking about how busy I always am, but I'm always so busy. And I don't know, I have so much to do. Why am I suddenly orange? There we go. I want to read, but I don't know, it's like I can't give myself the time to read when there's a million other things that need to be done all the time. So I need to something to finish that book, because I got books for my birthday and I am just itching to dive into them, so I really need to get on that. I'm still using this as well. I'm going to use this as much as I can until I go back to being super pale and they become too dark for me, because I really, really love them. I literally just go like this, just all through all of them, and then tap off. And there. Sometimes I'll just use one if I'm going for like a very warm look or a very cool look, but for the most part, in they all go. Makes me happy. And I'm also using the hell out of my, I can't see it. Can you see it? There we go. My Ofra. Because, again, it's another thing that this is beautiful, but once I get to a certain level of pale, I will no longer be able to pull it off. So I am wearing it as much as possible while I still have a tan. Oh, I love super glowy skin. But yeah, been doing a lot of organizing, and then my cousin and I have been doing a lot of organizing for the wedding, and it's really funny because I have my one friend Katrina out here that's like, can I have all the information for the bridesmaids, because I want to start organizing stuff. And then the same day, like within a minute of each other, my cousin sent me a message being like, hey, can I have all the information for the bridesmaids, because I want to start organizing things and sending things. So I still haven't even asked all my bridesmaids if they want to be in the wedding yet, so it's like, oh my gosh, you guys are rushing me. And I mean, I get it, because I was the one saying, you know, it takes forever to plan things, and it really does take forever to plan things. It's just, I think because everything has, I don't know why I just stuck that in my eye, but I think because I feel so overwhelmed with just everything right now that it's like, give me a minute to breathe, please. I feel like I can't breathe. I'm always running around and going here, and Sean's complaining that we never have enough time to just sleep or just relax and just do something that's just for us. We're always having to go here and go there, and like even this weekend, like, don't get me wrong, this weekend was amazing. It was my birthday weekend, and it was very much a me oriented weekend because it was my birthday weekend, but we still had a lot to do. Like, he came down on Friday, Saturday I had my birthday party, and then Sunday we went out to dinner with a couple of friends, and we were originally just going to do that, but then we went to the mall earlier with my Katrina, and as it turns out, they were there, and they were shopping in the same store that we were at. So we ended up just hanging out from very early in the day all the way until dinner, and then we went and we played Harry Potter together, and then we went to the movies together, and this is doing the same thing that my NYX eyeliner is doing, where it's at the end of it, and now it's just like shooting out. Please don't go into my eyeball, because that would suck. Okay, hang on, I gotta be quiet for a sec. And it's storming outside, so sorry if you can hear that. Ooh, that's a little sloppy, but can't do anything about it. This is, but I don't know what it is with certain liquid eyeliner pens, like the ones, especially the ones that I really, really like. When they're dying, it's like they suddenly like just start shooting out like crazy. And I'm trying to not have it go everywhere, but I'm also trying to not have it go into my eyeball, which is what it wants to do. No, it's not moving. It just feels like it's moving. Alright, put on some mascara. I'm still using the Better Than Sex mascara. I do quite like this. It is starting to transfer a little bit. That's another thing that I find a lot with mascaras, that I'll get them that I really like, and they won't transfer on my lower lid, and it'll be really great, and then suddenly, after using it for a few weeks, it'll start to transfer, and it's like, what happened? Why are you doing this? Who said you could do this? That's not cool. So, you know, whatever. This side is still very, very wet. I can feel it. I'm trying to let it dry a little bit. This has been a really weird video. I'm sorry. You know, I try. I mean, yeah, it was really, really nice to do our engagement photo. So that was, I think, my favorite part of the whole long weekend. And we did that on Tuesday, but Sean did stay an extra day because I told him that the last thing that I would want to do on my birthday is drive him home, just because I wanted to have the opportunity to have a glass of wine if I wanted to, but also it's, you know, I don't want to drive him back to Toronto and then have to go back home and go to sleep alone, you know, that sucks. So I wanted him to stay over, and he did, which was great. And I mean, we were exhausted by the time we got home. I don't think we got home on my birthday night until close to 5 in the morning, because we went to visit a girlfriend's house, and it's funny because all of us that went, because I drove, but there were four of us that went, and I was like, yeah, we'll just go for like a couple of hours, you know, have some girl time, hang out. I mean, Sean went too, but that's fine. They got it. It's like, it's my birthday. He's not here very much. I want him here doing birthday stuff. And also he did spend, when we got into talking, he went and watched Netflix. But yeah, we didn't leave there until almost 3 in the morning. And then dropped my 2 friends off, and then Sean and I played Harry Potter until almost dawn. So ended up being a really late night, so it's a good thing that I didn't have to drive him back to Toronto. And we were able to sleep in a little bit on Tuesday, but not even that much. I think I was up by noon and running around again. And then we did our photos, which turned out great, but we were so rushed that I didn't get to do everything I wanted to. Like, I wanted to finish waxing my legs. I ended up having to shave my legs because it's just, we had no time. And that was kind of frustrating because I've been working really hard all summer. I didn't shave once, just because the more often, at least for me anyway, if I wax consistently, my hair just stops growing. So, and I'd gotten lazy and started shaving again, which stopped the process. So this summer, from about April, I'd started waxing again, and I only wax every like couple of months because I don't need to wax more than that. And the hair was already back to barely growing, and I just wanted to, you know, have it, you know, everything nice. You know, going for my engagement photos, I wanted to have everything like looking all smooth and pretty because I knew I was wearing a dress, and it just was clear that that was absolutely not going to happen. So I had to shave. I also wanted to refresh my hair because it's gone all to being blue and green again, but I didn't get to do that either because we were busy trying to do, I didn't even finish my laundry until today, and we started laundry from the Friday when I picked him up too. So very, very busy, always very busy. He's always telling me that we need a vacation, we need a break, and it's like, well, the same time too, not living together is hard because, you know, there's things that we just have to do when, you know, you grow up, you gotta do things, you have responsibilities, but at the same time, you want to have fun and see people that you haven't seen, and trying to make all of that work as well as feel like you've actually rested on the weekend is really hard sometimes. And we've just been kind of running on empty for a bit. So yesterday I basically slept for the entire day. I got up, I had a coffee, then I went and had a nap, and then I got up again. I had a shake, I had my vitamins. I really tried to, like, why do I keep turning orange? I think it's because it's storming outside, I'm sorry. It's messing up with, like, the sun that's coming through, and which is messing up with my ring light. But no, I just, you know, yeah, had my vitamins. I had a protein shake. Was like, okay, let's do this. This should wake me up and be, like, really energized to do things. And then I fell asleep. So, yeah, yesterday was basically a sleep day. I did some laundry, but not enough. Throwing on just a little bit of gloss. Because I don't know what lip color I want. I have a bold eye, and I've gotten into having a more light lip with a bold eye. I mean, don't get me wrong. I still wear black and blue lipstick all the time. But I tend to have a much more neutral eye when I do that now. Like, I'm finally listening. I forget who it was. Someone told me, like, way back in the day, like, you know, have, like, one focal point on your face. Don't have, like, a heavy eye and a heavy lip. Do a heavy eye or a heavy lip. Or do, like, a super, super, like, contoured, bronzy face, but then do everything else, like, as, like, neutral as possible to really show off that look. Which, that I still clearly ignore because I do a lot of, well, I don't do a heavy contour, but I'll either do a lot of contour or a lot of bronze. But I don't care. And then I do go crazy with my highlight no matter what I'm wearing, because that's just how I am. But anyways, thanks for hanging out. Sorry that this was a weird, kind of rambly, kind of makeup-y